Hey everyone, Scooby-Doo here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be looking at the Sideshow 1/6 scale Lando Calrissian in Skiff guard disguise or outfit. I've been waiting for this for almost a year. We actually have a shelf all ready for him to go, and we will put him up on there as part of the Fett, Hutt, and now Mandalorian Star Wars wall in the other room. What can I say about this figure? I first want to start with some of the new subscribers. Sometimes they think I don't like figures or I'm a little harsh on them. And the fact of the matter is that when I started collecting, I don't know, about like 8 years ago, the first couple figures I got were the Hot Toys DX line, and the DX line was phenomenal. And so I kind of base everything off of that, and it's kind of hard because, again, that, if you're aware, like I had the Jack Sparrow, Indiana Jones, and those were really collectible figures. You got a really nice box, and it had leather sometimes, and gold leaf, and you got tons of accessories and outfits, and even you got diorama pieces. And ever since then, after I bought those, it's been kind of downhill, although there are a lot of figures that I really love, especially most of the Darth Vaders and stuff. I really always like those. So that's why I kind of base my reviews off of those, so they're always going to be not as great as the original ones that I did in the beginning. But I am happy with this figure, and we're going to do a little bit of comparison with some of the other stuff that Sideshow's been making over the last year, and some Hasbro. I actually have this one. I actually have the 12-inch Hasbro, but I couldn't find it. It's in a box somewhere. These are kind of similar, he's kind of similar in the sense to the armor piece, which is one of the things that I don't like about this particular figure. The armor piece on it just really looks plasticky. So anyway, so let's get started. And I do have a Hasbro figure there. That's for the life of me, it just totally slipped out of my head. But anyways, you know what? Oh my gosh, I can't even, why can't I think of what they're called now? Well, anyways, you can leave a comment down below. I know what they're called. It just, for some reason, it just escapes me. This Hasbro that I got here is one of the only figures that I actually use on my Star Wars wall. Everything else is Sideshow and Hot Toys and Metacom. They did a really good job with the leather and the metal pieces and everything, and they did the same thing with the Lando, except for, again, it's 12-inch. The scaling isn't very good, and there's a lot of plastic pieces to it. Like I mentioned, this is very, very similar to it. But anyway, so you can see these two together. The figure itself doesn't come with a lot of accessories. It does come with this axe. And I'll get another closer look at it. The axe actually looks really good. See if I can hold that steady. I don't know how good that's going to focus in. That actually looks like a razor blade. Like, I didn't want to touch it with my fingers. I was afraid I might cut myself, but you won't. It's plastic. But they did a really great job on the painting of it, so you won't cut yourself. But that was really nice. One thing I really didn't like about it, and they've done this before with the Luke, and I'm just going to show you really quickly with him. When they came out with the Luke, they gave you two head sculpts. They gave you the individual head sculpt, and then they gave you the one with the helmet. And what they did with this is they do it all in one piece. So this is all plastic and rubber and stuff. And the original Sideshow, actually, when they came out with the Rebel soldiers, they actually used real helmets. They were like, there's metal pieces and leather straps and everything, and they were able to come off of the actual head sculpt. And what Sideshow did is they just made it all one piece. which kind of bummed me out, and that's why the review on this particular figure at the time I wasn't that happy with, because I had actually planned on displaying him with the saber in one hand and holding the helmet in the other, which can't do because it's all one piece. And they've done the same thing again with this Lando. So I was hoping that, you know, people would have said, hey, we don't really like that, we want a separate helmet, but they didn't, so they're just going to continue to do it that way. That's another reason why I do my reviews like that, because I'm hoping people will say, like, you know, let's get a separate helmet. But speaking of the head sculpt, this is his regular head sculpt. Not bad. It actually, I mean, you know, with head sculpts, it's just your personal opinion, perception. I think it does look like him, but I wouldn't use this head sculpt. I use it with the helmet. Now, again, I might have used this head sculpt and had him holding the helmet, but again, you can't do that because this one is all one piece. And again, the helmet is mostly all plastic. I am going to be displaying him like this because this is kind of the iconic scene from the movie where he kind of pulls down the front of his mask so that you see that it's him and that you know something's going on, where they have a plan to rescue Han Solo. What else could I say? He does come with a blaster on the side, which actually they've done a really nice job with that. You can see the detail. I'm not going to pull them out of the holster. But they did a really nice job with that. Some of these other armor pieces, like I said, if you look at them, they just have a look of plastic to them. Which is really a shame because they did a lot of this other strap work in the back. This is all like a faux leather type of material, and it looks really nice. The pants, the buckles. Let me see if I can kind of tilt this down. Looks really nice on the figure. Again, a really nice figure. I'm just kind of disappointed with the look of the chest armor piece. It's just too much like plastic. As far as the helmet goes, I actually had to heat it up a little bit to pull down the front. It was really stiff, but you can heat it up, or you can just kind of mess with it. Just don't do it too much or you will break it off from inside the helmet. But yeah, I kind of really like it. I just wish that, again, when I do these reviews, that sometimes people, again, they kind of get a little irritated with me saying, they didn't do this right or something else. I'm just doing it so Sideshow or Hot Toys, when they come out with the next figure, they improve and they make things better. And this one here, I think they just kind of stayed even with some of the other figures that they've been doing over the last year, and I really would like to see some more improvement, especially since the cost. This one here was $250. Same thing, since I had him out, I was going to do a comparison with our Ewok here. When this guy came out, everybody loved him. I don't think there was one negative review. Yeah, there might have been a little bit on his hood. It wasn't the right color. And so I just went through and had to redo them, and I gave my opinion on it. I think Hot Toys did a really bad job. Is it Hot Toys that made this? Yeah, it was Hot Toys with the Princess Leia. Hope it was Hot Toys. I don't know, my mind is all kind of cluttered today. Still can't remember. Gamorrean Guard. Is that it? I think it just all of a sudden popped into my head. Yeah, so again, with my reviews, I do them so that Hot Toys or Sideshow will just improve on what they're doing if there's something that I didn't like. But I kept him, and I'm definitely going to keep the Lando. I really can't wait to get him up on the shelf. Gamorrean Guard. They should probably make a new Gamorrean Guard, because the only one I think that's out is the Sideshow one. And this one here is... now, I did some modifications on him, but this again, this is the only Hasbro that I have actually up on display. But it's a little bit too big, I think. Should be a little bit smaller, but again, this was a 12-inch. So anyway, so there's my review of the Lando, I think Hot Toys is coming out with the Empire Strikes Back Cloud City Bespin Lando. I believe it's Hot Toys that's coming out. I would prefer this one over that. I just never really cared for that suit that he had, you know, with the blue and the cape and everything. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get him up on the shelf, and we're going to take a look at that, and we'll be right back. All right, so we got it all set up now. Hey Alexa, turn on Star Wars.
Okay.
Get a little more light. This is actually the second time filming it. First time was too dark, obviously, and then I'm trying to hold this camera with my hand. It's just shaking too much. So you can see Lando over there to the right. This is all part of, if you haven't seen this before, this is my Hutt, Fett, and now Mandalorian wall. We're going to be putting that life-size Grogu / Baby Yoda. We're going to be building a base for him, and he's going to be going on, and we're going to be doing a couple other things. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pick this camera up and kind of get close again so we can see some of the details of the wall, and I'm going to try to hold it as steady as possible. Would be nice to get a high definition steady cam, but don't got that. Maybe I should start one of those Patreon things and people can send me money and I'll buy one. But again, you can see where I've really been waiting for him, the shelf with all my other figures, and the plan to save or to rescue Han Solo. So now I think this wall, as far as the Return of the Jedi, is pretty much complete. Now we just need to work on the Mandalorian part. Again, really cool. I'm glad I got him. Just wish Sideshow would have done a little bit better job on the plastics with his armor, but overall still good. Mandalorian down there. And then we also have the Millennium Falcon. That's actually set up on the Alexa as well. I just have it unplugged right now. And our next video, I think we're going to be doing the review on the pit droid, which is down there. I haven't figured out where he's going to go yet. And then we got to reset up my figures back here after Christmas time. Got to do some more lighting. We have everything set now for the life-size R2, so he'll be interactive as well. And then the really big thing is actually the Back to the Future room and the extreme makeover of the pinball machine. So stay tuned for all that. All that stuff is coming in the next few months, and I'll just keep getting out the videos when I can. So if you have any questions or comments, always feel free to leave them down below. I'll just reset this back up so we can get one more great look at the wall. And yeah, there we go. Hope you guys have a fantastic week, and we'll talk to you real soon.